Good to see you. This is Global News Morning. I'm your buddy Bill. It's the summer, and that means a lot of people going away on summer vacation, maybe for a few days, maybe for a week or even longer. Please join me in welcoming Matt Lee, our good friend here, with some tips on what to do and how to take care of your home when you go away. We're talking more or less about security issues. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great.
We're coming into Canada today. We're coming into the end of the year for kids' schools, and we're really seeing people starting to go away. So I thought, you know what, might be a good time to talk about security of the home, and what to do if you go away for, 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then we have an idea. So I think that we just want to make sure that everything stays safe and sound.
Well, a very important and easy way to keep the home nice and secure is a trusted neighbor, maybe a family relative, a good friend. Just keep an eye on the house occasionally.
That's right. So having somebody drop into the house and drive by, even pop in if they have a key, just to check on the house, make sure everything's okay. We don't see water issues happen in the summer. Where a pipe would burst or something, but it's always nice to have somebody pop in the house to make sure that everything is okay,
Right.
and go from there. So
Some certain some electronics are programmed to come on at night, so it looks like someone is there. There's a light on, a couple of
yeah,
lights on in the house.
exactly. So we have, we look at Christmas lights. We have Christmas lights where we have these timers, and maybe it's time to dig that timer out and put it on a lamp. And basically, it looks like if you have your curtains drawn, maybe it looks like somebody's there. Like somebody might have the car parked in the garage or something, and then nobody would know. And if somebody was going by thinking, well, maybe that house is vacant, and the light comes on and off, it could deter that thought of that as well.
We've heard of something called the selfie effect. Be careful what you post online.
Yeah, if you're posting that you're going away for this great vacation and it gets out there for some reason, different people start commenting on it. Therefore, it's being shared in a really wide range of people that maybe you don't know. Then that can become an issue, and you want to be careful about that. So I would say if you're going to post your pictures of your vacation, wait until you come back. It gives a more of an open door, and I think that it gives a little bit of a window there that I think it would be better to stay away from.
And another precaution, lock up your valuables.
If you have jewelry, I always say this to people when you're doing open houses. If we're getting back into that scenario, anything that is the ability to pick up and put in your pocket, I think that it should always be put away. And I think that if you have those types of things, passports, these types of things, you might even want to have a security box at the bank. So it's
Mm.
just one of these situations of how secure do you want it to be, and go from there.
A lot of people have hide-a-keys around their front door. Usually it's under the welcome mat, under a plant in the front. Don't do it.
No. So lock boxes that you see real estate people use for your house that have a combination on them, you can buy them at Home Depot. You can buy them at Staples. You can buy them online. And if somebody needs a key that you're not going to hand them that key for them to put on their car keys, and you want it to be at the house because maybe there's somebody else coming to, maybe person's going to come and service something, you can buy those lock boxes. They're about $40, and you can create your own combination and give that to the people that are going to use it.
Mm.
And then when you get home, you can take it off. I would recommend the lockbox just the way that we use, and anybody can buy them.
And there is a wide array of security devices for one's home.
That's right. So nowadays in the technology era, I mean, really, you know, if you're using a company, um, you can have an app on your phone. You can turn the security on at night. You can turn the security off if somebody's coming into the house. You can see the cameras that are on your property. There is motion detectors. There are doorbells, like push doorbells, that actually, when somebody walks up, they will turn on and you can hear them. So, it's one of these things that if you want to talk to somebody at your front door, you don't actually have to be at the house.
Hmm.
Like, we're at such a point now that if somebody was on your property and you had a security system, you know. So I think that you can have things on windows. You can have, and even not from the point of robbery. Like even the thought of like you can have a motion detector in your sump pump hole, so that if water gets up to a certain point, that it goes and it will trigger the alarm system. You can have it for heat. You can have it for smoke. So you have all these things. So your smoke detectors are all tied in usually to a panel, anyways, but it can be tied into your alarm system. And then anything happens where you are feeling a little bit insecure about, then you can have that tied in to that system, and somebody will come.
Oh my goodness, you will rest a lot easier while on vacation knowing that all this is secure and taken care of. Is it a good idea
Yeah,
to call the insurance company, let them know you'll be away?
I think it's a good idea. I mean, um, I think there's always something to be said that the company knows that you're away for a certain amount of days. I think that you want to make sure that your policy covers you. That if somebody didn't come to your house for 7 days, does that policy cover you?
Hmm.
I don't know the answer to that, but I know that when you are away for a length of period of time, you sometimes have to have somebody check the house every 2 or 3 days, depending on the policy. There are companies that will allow snowbirds to go away for the winter and not do anything. Turn the water off, walk away. But I think that if you are going away for more than 2 days, I think you should call your insurance company and make sure that you don't need somebody to drop into that house to make sure that you have coverage.
All excellent advice, very important things to consider. We thank you, Matt Lee. You be well and take care.
You too. Thank you.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.